Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. Good morning. Hey Tanya McNeil. How you doing? What is this on here about share your referral link? What is a referral link? Chat YouTube be doing some stuff. What does that mean? Anyway, I don't even know what that means. Ooh, child. Anyway, I had to get on here real quick to honey. Y'all please hit the like button. You guys up in the clouds. Please hit the like button. Please share the video. So my title is really short because it's straight to the point because this morning first, I clicked on YouTube. GM happy. Is it Wednesday? Did I miss a day? Well, happy hump day, y'all. I thought it was Tuesday. Did I think it was Tuesday? Angie, see. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know, girl. I got sidetracked by the thing I seen on the stream yard. What in the world are they talking about? But anyway, honey, Jay Wilson on it. Hey, Miss Philadelphia. Why? Why is this thing on my? I can't even hardly see my chat. What is share your referral link? What is a referral link? Anyway, thank you, girl. So, Jay Wilson over there talking, and he's trying his best to make it seem like he's doing, different content now, and he's saying he don't want to drop his link, to talk about these people, what I mean, us over here in the beef sector. But the whole time he over there talking about folks in the beef sector, child, he didn't make it last. He only lasted 24 hours, okay, really less than 24 hours, okay, because yesterday he made the announcement. He came on again and threw some shade, and now this morning he's just he trying his best, but I mean, it's just such a liar, and just he just is, he is just manic. So somebody go over there and tell Jay Wilson. And then why is he still online? If you got a promotion, ain't you supposed to be at work? Oh, you must be off today. You did so much handshaking yesterday and learning new programs and stuff that they gave you a day off today. Or you had to call in because it was so much that you did yesterday and you just needed a breather, right? See, that's why people don't think he got no promotion at all. Hey, TT Speaks. I want to. I can't even hardly see my comment shop because this thing, something StreamYard done put up here. I don't even understand. Good morning, Miss Owen Chat. Thank you, Betty Boo. Jay Wilson going. Let me try to click on this thing and see what it say. New to StreamYard. Level up. Check out StreamYard and what? Y'all see that? And I still can't remove the thing. Oh, this is getting on my nerves. Anyway, Jay Wilson going to make sure that YouTube check on the 24. Right, right. Because like I said, for the love of money is the root of all evil, right? For the love of money, right? Not money is the root of all evil. For the love of money, right? And then he really was telling us about his, for the love of his money, really. New to StreamYard or looking to level up, check out StreamYard and get $10 discount. Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Okay, so I hit the referral link. Why it won't go away? Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna stop obsessing over that. Let me get back to my commentary, right? So anyway, uh, here's the thing. Jay Wilson, why don't you even waste your time telling people that you was gonna change up your content, and good and dang gone well you wasn't gonna change it. Hey, bitch, you wasn't gonna change up your content, right? Oh Lord, Jay Wilson went back. Chad over there trying hard not to go full ham, over there. But honey, he been over there preaching about his childhood. Who is worried about his childhood? Child, don't nobody care. You know what I mean? He just wants something to talk about. Right. So he over there acting like he ain't ain't trying to, nobody ain't gonna hit his link that's gonna talk about the sector, because he done changed up his content. But you over there doing your same old content. Like I said, y'all, he lasted 24 hours. Don't tell me nothing nobody done said, because I ain't seen nobody video, and don't send me this and don't send me that. Child, I ain't gotta send you nothing because you already done seen it. You know what I mean? Now I told y'all. Now see, Jay Wilson, Not only has he let the algorithm drive him crazy, it ain't even when it come to him, it ain't even an algorithm. It's just that, he let that, whatever it is, some people think that when you have endured certain types of trauma, you open the door to certain entities that mean harm for real to enter into you, right? Now, Jay Wilson clearly is a demon, okay? And I know people use it as very flippant these days, but I mean, he played with the Lord. He twists the word up, up and down, and back and forth, and he's a liar and he's a cheat, and it's really just very disgusting. Okay, and so he really ought to be ashamed of himself. And another thing is why he over there hollering about a promotion, at this point in your life. Like you 55 years old. You don't have so many occupations, Jay Wilson, to where you ought to be shaming yourself. And if you really did get a promotion, why is you telling anybody on YouTube about it? Because you know it's gonna turn out. That's how I know it's a lie. You say you got a promotion, you over here, but 24 hours, less than 24 hours later, he does have a reprobate mind, and every time he do this chicanery, because he knows the word so well, that's why he have to pay, not by the people, but by the Almighty. That's why he over there have to pay. And because of them demons and them entities inside of him, he pretty much done lost it. He is manic. And he at this point in time, if y'all notice, the man can't even help himself. Okay? For years, but he refused to take off. Yeah, absolutely. He was on live all. Child, I can't even hardly read it. It got to go up before I can read it, Betty Boo, because this share link thing is right here on my screen and I don't want it there. Um, he was on live all Monday. So they called him on the phone and gave him a promotion on his day off, right? Okay, child. The longest that Jay Wilson stayed away from the B sector content was when Deanna dropped a T in his house. In his house? Because I'm gonna be able to see it in a minute, TT. But good morning, everybody. If I didn't speak, by the way, I just had to come on in here and start talking because I'm over there listening to that fool. I said, you know what? Jay Wilson, your mentals have been slipping, for a long time because he was speaking on her. Hey, soul sister. He is demonic, and I know, and I know people love him and all of this and all of that, and they want to do this for him and do that for him, and I don't know if people's minds is blinded or hey, happy life, how you doing, happy life, honey? Somebody was over there dragging you last night. I listened to a little bit of Ness Chats and Shonda. She was dragging you, child. Okay, I don't know what you did to her, but honey, she wasn't happy with you. All right. I'm sorry, but far as Jay Wilson, let me go back up here and speak there. Hey Tanya, hey Angie, hey Miss Philadelphia, hey TT, hey Betty Boop, hey Beachy, hey my God today. Hey Soul Sister, hey Darlene, hey Just Read My Book, hey Happy Life. I just want to speak to everybody in case I didn't, child, because I just came in on full blast because I am so you know, taken aback by it. I'm not even really taken aback. It's just an unmitigated gall. I mean, he done went full manic. He done went full demon, right? So that's why he was acting so crazy when he had that meltdown. See, here's the thing. I think he went back and realized that he may have went too far on this panel on Sunday. And because he realizes, how foolish and crazy he sounded, that's why he concocted this whole thing up about and then he lied. He lied to the extreme. He got a promotion, right? But today he got him a corner office, like I said, and he was learning new programs, and he was shaking hands, and he acting like he done be. They done gave him the position of CEO of the company. That's the way he was acting, honey. Like that, he a CEO now. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm like, child, I got nothing to do with this. I thought she blocked me from her brain. Well, honey, she was over talking about you last night. Child, I'm gonna be able to read that in a minute. Happy like, hey Wanda, how you doing? Honey, she was talking about you last night. And don't it seem like Ness has become really overly involved with some of these gay men here of recent. I don't know if she on some kind of quest to uh, argue on purpose with the gay men's like Jay Wilson and Lemon, and not saying she arguing with Lemon or nothing. But oh yeah, I forgot to put that in the title because I did want to talk about what I heard on this. Now I didn't hear everything, but I heard something very interesting because it's very interesting that she heard it because I heard it myself because I called it too. Where Lemon got in his feelings because I called him out over here. Oh, is that what happened? Child. But anyway, Jay Wilson, you have to be ashamed of yourself. You over there trying hard, honey. Hard not to go back to your regular scheduled commentary. You over there struggling. You know what I mean? But oh Lord, somebody go tell Jay Wilson, child, it ain't working. It ain't working, no. Okay, so he over there yesterday trying to have a conversation with what is it, a MU? Is she still a Trump supporter? I'm like, oh Lord, trying to change up his commentary, but he can't hardly change up his commentary because he over there trying to throw shade on the slick. You know what I mean? And that wasn't working. So this morning he on there trying hard again. I say by this afternoon, or maybe by the end of his live now, or definitely tomorrow, he'll be back to his regularly scheduled programming. Okay. But like I said, I think that he knew that he looked so crazy on this panel on Sunday with that howdy doody hat on, calling them women all them bees and come on woman empowerment. Y'all heard him over there, right? I think that he even know, even in the midst of his madness, he know that he went too far, right? But them demons be strong on him on Sunday, child. Okay, because he over there, and then in the first place, I really think that that y'all they really need to leave him alone at that church that he attends, because he probably, I think that's where he fit in. He need to be at that type of church. Okay, he need to be at the type of church to where anything goes, and I don't mean no harm. And any type of old people, any type of two or three people congregate together and they want to talk about their form of religion. It can be called a church, right? You can have the Church of Satan, right? Two or three of y'all, come together and get a little storefront property, or even in a house or something, and you can call it a church, right? Not only can you call it a church, you can apply via the IRS for tax exempt status because you're now a church, right? And so, like I said, in some of these places, uh, you know, maybe Pastor just took a mini. Child, I don't even think he had time to take a mini vacay, Darlene. If it was Wanda, if it was a vacay, it was for a couple of hours, child, a couple of hours. Okay, child. Right, he gonna take over. He want to be the next cussing pastor, huh? Well, he need him a wife, and he need him a male side piece, and he need all this, that, and the other. But you're right about that, Darlene. Maybe he wants to be the next cussing pastor. I don't know. But Jay Wilson, I've been looking at you for so long, and you have been on a steady decline for years, friend. Okay, and I mean friend by as far as YouTube go, not friend. You know what I mean? Instead I didn't want to say sir, so I said friend. Try to be polite, right? So uh no, I'm not. No, Jay Wilson. I'm talking about what happened on Jay Wilson this morning as far as Ness. Oh, that happened last night on her video. Yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh. And so you know what you're right about that, the click in the view. And just want to be included. Hey, Shakim, good morning. And so she is a flag hag, right? Right. Living out of bag, eating out of garbage pails. Child at the peep show, watching all the creeps. Child, you sure she ain't in on the peep show? Bye bye. Maybe she is the show. Okay. But anyway, as far as Jay Wilson go, Jay Wilson, you manic. You need to get yourself under control. There's something maybe he going through male menopause. You know what I mean? What do they call it when it's male menopause? There's a name for that. Hey, Miss LA. And he is 55 years old, and maybe Jay Wilson, there's a pill for that. You need to go get regulated. Your hormones are changing. Okay. Your hormones are, honey, you're getting older. And I don't want to say you ain't got no dementia or nothing. You got your full faculties, right? Because I believe in that. Y'all know I believe in angels and demons and whatnot, right? But I also believe in science as well, right? So it's a, yeah, midlife crisis. Thank you, Betty Boobie. Going through a midlife crisis. That's what they call male menopause. Jay Wilson, I think you are in the midst of a midlife crisis. But there is a pill for that, honey. Okay? There is a pill for that. Your hormones. Woo, listen to this. Just read my book. Your hormones are out of whack, honey. They are off balance, and they are causing you to act real manic out here in these streets. Now, while they over there super chatting you and egging you on, laughing at you, but not with you, they need to take the time to tell you that, right? While they over there, making like they team Jay Wilson, the rider lives, right? Okay, if they your rider lives for real, why Vivian ain't told you? Vivian got to be going through menopause with that full beard she got on her damn face. Vivian, there's a razor for that, honey. There's a razor for that. And Vivian, part of the reason why you got that hair on your face like that, girl, is probably because you going through menopause. You know, did you know that women have a small amount, we possess testosterone and estrogen, right? Now our estrogen is dominant, but we have to have a little bit of testosterone, because if we didn't have a little bit of testosterone, we would never be able to have boys, right? So, and then also, did you know, and this is true, right? This is a little true tea. Y'all know I'll be veering off to the side, right? Listen to this, y'all can, because you know we be learning something over here, right? So, because women possess estrogen and testosterone. Men only they only have testosterone, no estrogen, right? Unless they're taking the pills, honey, to make a change. To make a change for once in their life. And do that pickle really get split into, anyway, this is off to the side, but uh because we possess a small amount of testosterone as well as estrogen, that is the reason why when you start having relations, right? Did you know that it is not the body tries to reject uh the semen of a male when he is injected it into your body? The cells try to kill it off, right? And the reason why the cells try to kill it off is because it is unnatural to the woman's body, right? You are injecting too much testosterone and it's throwing off the balance, right? So not only are you do you have a possibility of getting pregnant, because some of them little sperms is real strong and they'll slip through the cracks, right? But also, your body, the woman's body, is trying to reject that type of invasion into her body. The reason why is because that sperm is full of testosterone, and our body don't want that. Do you see what I'm saying? And so the reason why, I'm going to make sense of this in a minute, right? The reason why I think Jay Wilson is going through a midlife crisis is because we know that Jay Wilson got them female hips and that female booty, a lot like Lemon. And Jay Wilson, I think you might have a little bit too much estrogen, right? And because you got too much estrogen, when the sperm has been put into your body, I'm trying to keep this clean, y'all. When the sperm has been put into your estrogen is trying to fight it off. It's taking over, right? And it's causing you to be very manic, Jay Wilson. Okay, because we have watched you go from masculine acting to very just a messy church queen now. Okay. So every year, if y'all been paying attention, if y'all been around here, yeah, every year y'all that notice Jay Wilson becomes more and more like an old woman. Okay. Now I don't know what's going on with Jay Wilson. I'm just putting out them theories, but something ain't right. Something Something just ain't right. It just ain't right. Okay. And then after all of that is said and done, you still need to deal with, you need an exorcism, Jay Wilson. Okay? You need an exorcism because you are full of demons. You got all kind of demons running through your veins. Jay Wilson, you are very covetous. Okay? You are a reprobate. Okay? You are very, 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 very jealous hearted. Okay? And not of, you are jealous hearted of people relationships and people business. You live your Jay Wilson. I bet you don't have no friends offline, do you? That's why you can't leave this. You a best die diva. That's why you can't. Medea syndrome. Riley, who a click of the view is a mess. He said Dr. Medea syndrome. Oh no, you didn't. Now, click of the view. You know I'm trying to keep this clean. Oh, and shock him. If you still in the room, shock him. Beware. Beware of Jay Wilson because he is really trying to zero in on you and he wants to have a whole mental relationship with you, sir. Because he knows that you are a top. We all know that. And he had the nerve to say on Nessus that he was a top child. I said, no, he did. No, he didn't. Okay. Unless he's going to live until 120, he's too old to have me like, you a best just read my book. Child, he going through something. Sister Wilson is a hypocritical clown who hates being. You're absolutely right about that. And why would he go into this whole sermon about how he was raised and how he came up and where he lived as a child? Where did that even come from? Is anybody still using that as a read for real? After all these years? Damn. He just won't let it go. And I'm confused. Everybody hating on him. And he keeps saying, well, this washed up pastor getting all these numbers and all of this and all of that. And people is jealous and hating because of that. And this, I'm telling you, he got a whole dialogue going on in his head. That's how y'all know he ain't right. Now y'all might think I'm crazy, but that possession, it creep up on you a little bit at a time and it affects your mentals. Like for real. Y'all might not believe it, but that's what I believe is going on for real. Jay Wilson always run when he gets embarrassed and then but yeah, I think he got embarrassed Sunday. Georgia, I really believe that. Cause he got a whole promotion with a corner office, and he been shaking the hands of the other execs, and he been doing introductions. That's what he said he was doing yesterday. Learning new programs and whatnot. But yet still just today, just less than 24 hours later, you are on here still trying to act like this, that, and the other. See, that's why people don't believe. And then also people don't believe you got a promotion, like I said earlier, because why would you come on here and tell anybody? We know you said you have sabotaged your whole adult life, Jay Wilson. You are now a middle-aged man. And you just now talking about you got a promotion. And why would you come on here and talk about it? You sabotage. You even use YouTube to sabotage yourself. Now I don't know. See, what you should have done is went through therapy years ago, right? You always coming on here talking about degrees, this, that, and the other. But you all that education, which we know you got, which I absolutely believe you got it. But because you sabotage yourself, Jay Wilson, you're not even at a stable, if you had a stable job now, just now at 55 years old, sir, you're going to have to work till you 100 years old to have any type of decent retirement plan. That don't make no sense, Jay Wilson. You done sabotage yourself your whole adult life. And I'm just keeping it above. Why she all that? Too much information. We don't need to cut child. How do you get a promotion? But new job. That's what I mean. I'm telling you, Shakim, you better watch. You better watch, Shakim. You better watch. You having fantasies about you. He gonna turn you into the new Brian, Shakim. You better watch. He's so smart but dumb. Well, see, he's a self-saboteur, Jay Wilson is. He can't help himself. Because if Jay Wilson was really worried about any type of career, he would have left YouTube years ago. Years ago. I mean, he done lost so many jobs and been embarrassed so many times by these trolls on YouTube, calling his places of work, calling his places of worship, all of this and all that. And you still on here doing the same thing and acting, even acting worse now. He's just absolutely unhinged now. I just really don't even understand. It just don't make sense. Have y'all noticed that? Like in reality, right? You keep doing the same thing, thinking you're gonna get a different outcome. That's called what? Madness, right? Well, I mean, I think that part of it, now I think he manic. I think he's dealing with a demon. I also think he is a very awkward type person. And YouTube, he can't leave YouTube alone because he ain't got nobody else to talk to. Jay Wilson, talk to your dog, Chad. Talk to your dog. He don't know how to make friends for real, offline. He always talking about he going here, there, and the other with somebody, when it really looks like he going by himself, and that's unfortunate, but he seems like, I think he come alive on YouTube because he's an awkward type. He's kind of like an incel. Seriously. You know what I mean? Child, hey, and the daughter said Jay Wilson is too arrogant to go to therapy. Yes, he is. Yeah, he would probably go on there trying to diagnose the therapist. You got that right, Edna. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You're a 55-year-old man acting like this. You ought to be, like, for real, in real life, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Like, for real. My husband would laugh at somebody like you, Jay Wilson. He takes somebody like you as a joke. He don't take you serious. He couldn't take you serious as a man. And I'm not talking about because you same gender loving. I'm talking about how you conduct yourself, how you live your life, if you will. When we ain't talking about no sexuality issues or nothing, about how you handle your business, right? How you handle your job, how you handle your responsibilities. Like you really literally ain't got nobody to take care of but yourself. He is a reprobate. You ain't got nobody to take care of but yourself. And you done went through all these jobs after all these years. Like, do you work? And then why would you drove a bus for a whole year? You said out of your own mouth, and then you quit the job because the job was demanding. Are you foolish? Are you lazy? Like, I was confused by that. Like, because a job was too demanding. Like, you got a wife or some kids to come home to. What else do you have to do except for work? Why would you work on a job for a whole year or more and then quit the job because you say the job is demanding? You see what I mean about him not handling his responsibilities and handling his life? He literally ain't got nobody to take care of but himself. So what? The job is demanding. Who the hell else do you have to take care of? You ain't got no wife to go home to, or no husband, or whatever. No damn sure no kids. And right, what job isn't demanding? I'm like, is it for real? Sure. Yes, Betty Boop, just my opinion, but Ness really likes Pastor, but she don't realize he's competing with her. Well, Ness has always had a thing, about Jay Wilson. Wait, like she came on trying to catfish him with Craig, right? Y'all don't remember that? Well, some of the older people do. She called herself 2.0, but no, we know Ness is not no 2.0. We saw Ness when she was living in her mama's backyard because they wouldn't let her in the house because she was on drugs. That's been around here for a while. It's just that she leave and come back, you know. And she's a functioning addict right now, so she can sustain her channel. Mortgage and bills demanding. Right. He ain't, but you know what I mean? And yeah, you gonna be on the job for over a year and you gonna quit that job and you got these bills. You live in this big old mausoleum, which is really a family home, you know, tooling around that house by yourself, that big old house by yourself. And part of the reason for that is the fact that I guess like some of your trauma is the way that you grew up, and you was talking about that yourself this morning. I mean, like, don't you realize in life it don't matter where you are in life with your parents, or as long as you living with love, as long as y'all got love in your home, it shouldn't have been traumatizing if whether you was raised up in a trailer or not. You know what I mean? As long as you got love, you got everything. As long as your parents loved you and took care of you, and you said they did to the best of their ability, you know, why would that be traumatizing? Like I'm crazy. Am I crazy? That was traumatizing to him though. And I don't even understand why. You know, he does need to downsize because it ain't nobody but him, but that's his choice, child. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that's part of his trauma too. Maybe that's why he can't let it go. You know what I mean? I don't know. But Jay Wilson, if you ever get around to being able to want to downsize, they have some wonderful retirement villages. I'm sure they got some really great ones in San Antonio. It's never really cool there. So that must be a great retirement spot for older people because, when it get cold, your bones get to creaking and stuff. You know what I mean? So I bet they got some great retirement villages. You know what I mean? Because, you can still work in your retirement village and whatnot and all of this and all of that there. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. You got to think about that. But I'm just saying, y'all, it don't make no sense. But anyway, I just noticed that, honey. I click on this morning, Jay Wilson over there talking his stuff, trying hard not to be regular Jay Wilson. Child. But Tanya said he's not used to anything either. Yeah, yeah, Latanya. And then another reason why I know he's manic right now because he is stress eating, right? Honey, he eating now he say he was on the Ozempic or Manjaro or one of the weight loss shots, right? Honey, he like Candy Barris. Honey, Candy Barris said she out ate the shot. Jay Wilson is out eating the shot. Jay Wilson, that shot is not working. Okay? Get off the shot. It ain't working. You out eating the shot, Jay Wilson. Just cause you taking a shot don't mean you can go crazy with the food, honey. It means that you're supposed to, be on some kind of diet or at least regulate your food choices as well as exercise in order for the shot to work. But you out eating the shot. You think you got the free. You can eat what you want to eat, how you want to eat. Every time you come online, you got something in your mouth because you taking a shot. It don't work that way, Jay Wilson. Child. Ooh, way. But anyway, I ain't even trying to stay on here. It's a lot of people. I saw Pizarro's title. So evidently, she out for a strike. She got a channel back, but yet still she like Jay Wilson, right? So everybody knows she been getting pounded on the head, right, real quick for days, for about a week now. So she say she ain't doing beef sector content, right? But I bet she be over there hollering and screaming on her channel today doing beef sector content. What else do she have to talk about? She really can't even articulate a conspiracy theory or a video that she played, on conspiracy. She can't tell you guys what she think about it for real. All she can do is play the video. That's the darndest conspiracy channel I ever seen in my whole life. And did y'all hear that Russell Brand got arrested for a grape? He got arrested for grape, honey. And he all about them conspiracies. Russell Brand is. If you don't know who he is, Google him, child. Honey, he done got arrested for grape. I said, Lord, have mercy. Not a pink diddy. Not a pink diddler. Not a pink diddler. You enjoy watching Pastor Wanda. I'll be able to see it in a minute, child. But yeah, somebody comment under Wanda so a check it so a comment can move up so I can read it, please. Child. Mm-mm-mm. A lot of people, I mean, Jay Wilson is very entertaining. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing against him or his channel. It's just the fact that he's such a freaking reprobate. Ain't he a weird all the time? Child, I enjoy watching Pastor, but he always turns Tracy and Ness. Turns on Tracy and Ness for no reason sometimes. I mean, he can't help it. He's a He-Man black woman hater. He's a He-Man black woman hater. He act like he done been in a relationship with a woman that had a kid by her. He gotta pay child support, and now he hate all women. He act like that. We know that is not the case. And when it comes to black men in particular, there's a historically there's a reason why some of them hate us, and it goes back to slavery. And also some of them feel inferior to the melanated woman because they feel like we get a pass and they don't. When it comes to this country in particular, they feel like we get a pass. We get more opportunities than them when that is just not true. you know. And so for that reason, and then when it comes to some men, they are really in competition with women. We've even seen that on here. So you really got to pay attention to what you're looking at and the reason why they acting the way that they acting, right? Because y'all know I came from the sector from all of the men over there are he man, black woman haters, right? It got so bad over there that now the manosphere is considered a hate group, a terrorist organization. Okay, there's a. Did y'all see that movie on Netflix? It's called Adolescence. It's about this little boy that killed this little girl because he was listening to manosphere videos. Oh my God, that movie is so sad. I was like, oh my goodness, it's a limited series. If y'all haven't watched it, the name of it is Adolescence. Y'all need to look at that. Because you don't never really think about your young kids like the little boys. He wasn't even 16 years old yet, listening to stuff like that. I was like, what in the world? The algorithm? The algorithm is not good for everybody's psyche, okay? People don't leave those shots. People better leave those shots alone. It's going to do reverse damage to their pancreas because they don't have diabetes. You know what, Betty Boop? I would like to see. I would never consider using something like that because they have not done enough studies on it, in my opinion, and they're making that out to be some kind of wonder drug, right? I don't trust that. I don't trust it. And like you said, what are the adverse effects that's going to happen to your body? A lot of people don't like Ozempic because they've got real bad symptoms from Ozempic, and they went to like Manjaro and Wegovy, right? But those have to have adverse, effects too. It's just like if you had the bariatric surgery, right? You got to deal with that surgery for your whole life, right? You know why? Because it is not normal. It is not normal for your body to undergo some or weight loss and things of that nature in such a rapid time, right? It is not normal. And so I'm wondering, what are the adverse effects going to be from this shot, in my opinion? Because I don't believe, in my opinion, that is normal. So yeah, but we're gonna see a few years down the line, what the results are. But they acting like it's a miracle drug. So I'm like, nope, I'm gonna put that in my system. Good morning, Peaches AM, Miss O. I saw that preview. Oh yeah, you gotta watch it, Peaches. It's really scary. Because you never know what the kids is watching for real. Even if you put that lock, that parental control on sites like YouTube or even TikTok or whatever those popular sites, they can still get around. The kids are very smart when it comes to these electronics and really don't know what they're doing. Right, baby boo? Definitely flabby skin, Kentucky Red. You're right about that. But I would be afraid to use those shots because you don't know. I remember years ago. I don't even know if y'all remember this, y'all. Years like 15 or 20 years ago, it was something they had out on the market, and it was producing rapid weight loss, right? And a lot of people got on it. And it's this girl. Well, she gone now, but she was a young woman then. She was in her, yeah, she was in her 20s. We was all in our 20s, right? But she was a big old girl. I mean, a big old girl. Like one of the content creators around here, big. She was big like that, right? So she started taking that medicine, and a lot of people across the country was taking it. Like I said, I don't know if y'all remember it or not, but people started dying off of that medicine. It was making them lose weight rapidly, right? But what happened to her was, she had a daughter, and then she had an older daughter, but she had another child, and it was a little child, right, little girl, and she was taking it, and she was going up the steps one night, and she fell down the steps. Well, come to find out, she had a heart attack, and they believe it was due to that medicine that she was taking. It supposed to have been a wonder drug. Was it Fen-Phen? Is that what it was, Betty Boop? Fen-Phen? It might have been. That sound like that was the name of it. Because everybody was just praising it. It's making people lose weight so fast. Then people start passing away from it. Venturemain, during J. I'm glad y'all remember that. It was Fen-Phen and Redux or something like that, right? Venturemain, it made people get heart palpitation. Okay, thank you, darling. Yeah, she died from it. Yeah. And ain't no telling really how many people died from it, but I know for a fact she died from it. You know what I mean? Because her brother, her mama that was coming out, telling people, how she passed away. And she was just so young. And she had that baby. And now she gone because she was taking that medication. I was like, wow. But that little girl is grown now. Yeah. She literally grew up without her mom. Because her mom took that rapid weight loss medication, trying to take a shortcut. But yeah, y'all, she fell down the steps. But the reason why she fell down the steps is because she had a heart attack from that Fen-Phen. Yeah. So that's what made me side eye, these shots. Honestly, because I done seen a rapid weight loss drug go wrong before. Like Darren J done seen it. Who else? Betty Boop. Just read my book. Yeah, I remember that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's done happened before, y'all. We done seen it with the Fen-Phen. Yeah, yeah, we done seen it before. And I remember when they first started doing those weight loss surgeries, when they became popular, they said some people, only lived about a decade after getting that weight loss surgery because it was so traumatic to the body. Now they didn't say all people, but some people. I was like, wow, child. I know two people who took it and were fine, but some didn't fare well. Yeah, just read my book. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's body chemistry is different. You know what I mean? But I just don't want to take no chance like it. Like if I would have took that stuff back then, shoot, maybe my heart would have been fine. It causes leaky heart valves. Oh wow, just read my book. I might have been one of them people that would have been fine, but then I might have been one of the people just read my book, like you said, that didn't fire so well. I don't want to take the chance. Yes, many people had heart attacks and unalive too. Yeah, Betty Boop, yeah. Yeah, that girl had a heart attack. She sure did. Found her at the bottom of the steps. She fell down the steps. Yep, that's where her mom and her brother found her. I ain't never gonna forget that. You know, have horrible side effects, right, during Jay? We should think it says, hey, Olivia, can I ask why is everyone speaking on Jay Wilson leaving? Well, Jay Wilson never said he was leaving. You know what I mean? In this content, it's just, and then the reason why people were speaking on it, because it just sounds so fake. He just got embarrassed by that meltdown that he had on Ness's Sunday. Child, he had to come up with the story, but the story don't even make no sense. It's just a good little kiki. It's just content. That's why everybody's speaking on it. What else do we have to talk about? Like, honestly, it's just content. You know, that's all. I had gastric bypass in 2009, and I have to take a boatload of vitamins every day and drink a protein shake once a day with my meds. Well, TT Speaks 2009, you go, girl. But it sounds, you taking care of yourself, you doing what you got to do. So thank God, you know, child, you go. I know that's right. Yep, people have died after gastric surgery, because they weren't taking the necessarily daily supplements. Wow. uh, uh, and needed to maintain their health. Malnutrition. Oh my God. My cousin had the surgery years ago, lost her hair, and now her teeth are falling out. Lack of nutrients. Ain't that something? Well, TT Speaks. She just said she take her daily supplements and a protein shake. Cause you got to do what supposed to do. He curses every once in a while. That wasn't anything new. Well, honey, he was full manic mode. He was full cussing pastor on. Did you not see him on Nessus? I think he cussed so bad and called them women so many bees. He know he looked bad behind it. because he went too far. It was absolutely unnecessary. He did way too much, and I think that's why he having this whatever it is he's trying to have right now. Hey, straight from the gate. Hey, Miss O, where can I find a video with Jay Wilson having a man? It's on Ness's channel. It's a video from Sunday when he got that little hat on going to see Mama Mia. He clicked her link and she asked him a question about his relationship wise, and he went plumb the f off. Oh no problem, wishful thinker. You're very welcome. Uh-huh. Yeah. During J, I'm gonna be able to read that in a minute, child. I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna figure out how to get this share your link referral off my screen. Child, I'm already on StreamYard and I don't get all the freaking comments. And then now they got this thing up here. What is going on? The new ones, Ozempic, are causing GI. Yeah, paralysis. That's what they say. Lack of nutrients, constipation, and diarrhea. Child. Yeah, yeah, for a lot of folks don't like that Ozempic, they say. Mm-mm. Child, especially just coming out. Yeah, coming out of church. I told you them demons was on him because it was Sunday, honey, and he just got out of that church. Or what? I don't know. Who knows what them people be praising for real. Okay, I done told y'all about these churches. Anything can be called a church. You can be worshiping Satan, and it can be a group of y'all gathered, and it can be called a church. Get tax exempt status and everything, okay? As long as it's set up properly. Child. They could be doing voodoo up in there or something like it of that nature. They can be worshiping ISIS or so. Who knows? But they can call it a church. They can have altars and everything. Sure, call it a church. Get taxes and status. Turn it into a mega church, especially these days, child. Because have y'all noticed that people, like in general, like this not even online but offline, people are very mean these days. Very, very mean on a different level. You know what I mean? You know why? It's because these demons is riding free. They're reigning free at this point in time on this earth, in this earthly realm. Right? It's their time. But it won't be their time forever. So but yeah, but for right now, people are getting more mean, in my opinion. Jay Wilson has a pattern. This is just like the time he went off on Villanor and called her out her name. Child. Woo, when something can cause diarrhea and constipation, you better run, child. I don't care. It's no one's business to ask someone something that personal. I mean, with Jay Wilson, he used to it. He asks people stuff that's personal all the time. So, a child wishful thinker. I don't know if you knew or not, but child, that's just Jay Wilson. Ain't nobody surprised by nothing he do, baby. You ain't got to defend him because he just is who he is. Okay, don't worry about it. He be alright. Oprah had stomach problems and had to go to the hospital. Yes, she did. All because he was called a bottom. He met child. Ooh, I think Jay Wilson just needs to take a break from the beefing. Well, I mean, he manic, and I think it's time for a break as well, so he get himself back together. But the algorithm will do some people like that. They'll have you going loop loop. Child, if someone asked me about what I do in the bed with my man, I would be highly offended. Well, I mean, he was highly offended because he went plumb the F off. But Jay Wilson has been over there, delving into Brian and Roe and a whole lot of men's wanting to know what they do in the bedroom. What's his name? Castro, Tommy. He be living out his whole fantasies, wanting to know every aspect of these people's lives from the bedroom to the boardroom, child. He want to know. He want details. So I don't see why he was so offended when somebody did the same thing to him. Now that's just my opinion. He asks people all the time, Wanda, all the time, all the time. He ain't no better. Honestly, if we keeping it a buck, he ain't no better. True, But anyway, let me say this little piece, y'all. So changing the subject. But people are a lot more meaner, just in general. And you really have to guard your heart, your mind, your soul, and your spirit these days, right? Like you really do. Cause if you don't, you can slip up and have these demons all around you possessing you and you not even knowing it, right? if you going around having like crazy dreams and all of this and all of that, and you can't get no rest and you don't know what's going on, you might need to talk to somebody. And I ain't talking about a therapist. I'm talking about a true man in a cloth or something, right? That's what I feel about it. Like honestly, because you don't ever know what's done jumped on you. And you know them if you ain't prayed up when you get in these spaces, and we all messy, but you still got to be prayed up because you don't want none of that stuff jumping off on you. I was attacked by a couple of demons. Was it last week? And I had to respond. I had to go low. I had to go algorithm low because I'm not gonna let you punch me like that, and I don't punch you back. I said, Lord, I got, but I learned a lot from that. I really did. I learned a lot from that. Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. Child. But anyway, let me tell y'all this real fast. So, like I said, I was listening to just a little bit of Ness's, trying to figure out what was going on. Of course, she was talking about the Jay Wilson situation. Then she started talking about happy life. And for whatever reason, honey, she don't like happy life. I don't know what that's about, but she don't like happy life, child. Ooh, she don't like happy life. And what it was something else I wanted to tell y'all that I heard. I don't know if y'all heard it. Oh yeah. So she caught the part where, okay, so what is her name? Hey Jill, what is her name? Was YouTube cameras had a panel, and Jay Dunn was on the panel, right? And Jay Dunn was talking to who was she talking to? Lemon, Lemon, right? And she was, wondering why Lemon basically ain't striking people for using his content. And they kept saying, "Who you talking about?" And YouTube cameras like, basically in the background, because Jay Wilson is her Jay Wilson child. Jay Dunn is her girl or whatever, right? But we all know that Jay Dunn was talking about Ness and Shakim or just Ness and somebody, right? But mainly Ness, right? Because she still got Ness on the brain to the point where people be like, "Girl, we don't want to talk about Ness." But in my opinion, she was talking about Ness using Jay Wilson's content, right? And so she's wanting to know, Lemon's wanting to know why he ain't striking folks for using his content, right? And so Ness was talking about it on her channel last night because she caught who Jay Dunn was talking about. I was like, "Oh no, you didn't, Jay Dunn," because Jay Dunn got struck or whatever, and now she wants them to get struck, and she want Lemon to do it. I said, "Well, ain't this some chicanery right here? Ain't this a hot mess?" Child, Jay done something else, ain't she? And Ness can't stand her. She grossed out by her and everything. Honey, I think that X machine was too much for her. Now, I gotta admit, I ain't even never seen nothing like that. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. When she using that thing, is that little doggy in the room? Is a little doggy scared? Is it running under the bed? Like, what do we do? And how does it sound? Does it sound like a car engine? Child, I don't know. I think I was confused by that. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Child, it's a lot. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. That's what I mean about people going crazy in this world. Stone cold crazy. You gotta watch them. Y'all better watch. Y'all better watch. Y'all better watch. Folks is losing it around here, right? But anyway, child, I'm glad it's Wednesday, child. I thought it was Tuesday. We on the way to Friday. KRN supposed to be doing his response on Friday or Saturday. To the white flag that has been waved, to the the alleged peace summit. I don't think there will be a peace summit. You know what I mean? We've talked about this before. This is going to be the conversation until KRN comes out and responds. I don't see him want, but he kind of like Pizarro, so I don't know. I don't know. Bree done gave her blessing for Pizarro to move forward, because she said she ain't beefing no more in 2025. You know, now we got and then we got Five Babe. People are saying Five Babe is trying to fight for Pizarro. That ain't true. Five Babe just want to fight because Five Babe want to fight because she, something happened between her and Diva a couple of years ago, and she want to come out and fight. She want to come out swinging, you know. And so yeah. the X machine. It's why J Dunn is so loopy. Child, it's done shook up her brain, right? Right, it's literally shaking up her brain, right? I agree. Child, I'm here for it too, Wanda. But we got some upcoming tea. I can't wait to hear that video from KRN because they pretty much waved the white flag in defeat. To me, when they saying I ain't now Brianna, we know Brianna, I don't mean no harm, can hold a grudge. And I'm like, wow, wait, what happened? And now you got Pizarro wanting to do a peace summit. She running her testises or whatever she call it, little ignorant ass, okay? And I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Oh, then wait a minute. I thought she said she another Jay Wilson, right? She supposed to be leaving beef sector content alone, but now she got her main channel back, and so beef sector content is back on. What that lasted 24 hours when she put that on her community wall? You see how these people be stumbling out, flip flopping on their own self? Child, just double minded. Double minded is all get out. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Just double minded. I'm like, oh my God. That's why they break up the makeup. And I heard that Rodney and Bertha May was into it. Well, Rodney is always into it with some woman. He another gross character. I won't be surprised if KRN just doesn't agree to disagree. Possibly Edna, probably. I mean, I don't think he'll come out, cussing her out or something. But it would be nice to see him come out gloating because he won. If that waved the white flag, then that means he won. Okay. Now you got to remember, Pizarro started arguing with him in defense of Bree. She didn't have to get in it in the first place. I won't be surprised if KO just doesn't come out. Agree to disagree. I don't think he wants to continue to be. In my opinion, he wants to get along with everybody. I mean, yeah, you make a good point, Edna. You know what I mean? But he gonna come out and respond, and yeah, that probably will be his response. You know what I mean? And so yeah, you know what I mean. I don't think it'll be anything dramatic or earth shattering, but I would come out and gloat a little bit. I'm just saying. You know, and so yeah. And then for me, it's amazing how these people be letting bygones be bygones when they done said the most terrible things. Take Ness and Pizarro, for instance. Pizarro done spoke ill about a child. You know what I mean? And Nessa spoke ill about Pizarro. It's just horrible the things that they done said about one another. But at the end of the day, they still cool. They still cool. I was like, oh Lord, they feed off of each other. Okay. You too, Betty Boop. You have a blessed day too, love. But yeah. But I just had to Mr. Clean. Hold up, Mr. Clean. I'll be able to read it tomorrow. Tomorrow. I meant to in a minute. Bizarro said yesterday in this chat that she just blocked King Roman News again. Oh, did she say that? Really, Mr. Clean? Okay, that's weird. You see how double-minded these folks are? So she want to save face? Is that why she did that? Trying to save face because she know how weak that made her look? Child. Oh wow. So if she did say that, she just sound like a ridiculous fool. That's why I said you need to come out here and stun on them a little bit. Okay, child. He asked Five Baby in her chat yesterday if she thought he was beef sector. I thought it was odd that he wanted her opinion. Really? Well, I know ain't he been a fan of Fives for a long time? If I'm not mistaken, Edna. I think he been a fan of hers for a while, right? And then you get people that coming over here that get uplifted by other people. That I mean, like I don't know how long he been over here, but I mean, I think that King Roman News, he just want to be free to rock out in people's chat. Even Pizarro's chat. I think he like it over there. For whatever reason, that's his speed. Like he like Ness. That's his speed. And so I don't. No matter what he come out here and say, he also got to realize that he got a crew, and people like Yaya is into it with the trifecta. Okay, so you might want to be cool with that person again, and who knows if y'all even talked in the background or not? I don't know, but how is it gonna make your people feel, your crew feel, if you do come out here and make up with this chick? And did she even realize she looked stupid for saying that in the first place? But when she did that, I think that was an act of desperation because she is. Everybody get a turn. It's just not her turn no more. Now it seemed like it's Ness and King Romans and even Lemon's turn, right? It's their turn now. It ain't the trifecta's turn no more. The trifecta had it on lock for over what, like a couple of years, and now it's just somebody else's turn. You know, it's just like Five Baby. She had it on lock around here for a long time. Years. You know, and it just goes around. Everybody get a turn. Thought it was bisexual. I thought it was odd. He wanted her opinion. She doesn't. She doesn't wear her glasses. Oh, so she doesn't see much. Yeah, yeah. Yes, he has always liked her. But I would never forget the couple of years ago. He hit her link, so she would tell everybody that he was Babe Nation. Oh, you talking about Five Babe? When it comes to Bizarro and King Roman, she tried to put a jacket on his back and everything, a PDF file jacket. I mean, she just went full throttle. I'm like, child, I agree, Miss O. You couldn't call my son a GAF, and be cool with you. Right, right. All them are goofy. I agree. I can't do that back and forth. That's why I don't team up with folks. You got that right, Jill. Me either. We aren't going to like the same folks, and that's okay. True. Don't expect me to team up with you. Yeah, because we are all grown. You know what I mean? But when you start something like it, like a trifecta, it's why I stand alone, Jill. And I know you do the same thing. You know what I mean? Because if I feel like I want to talk about a situation, I shouldn't have to worry about how my other teammates feel about it. Okay? YouTube is not a team sport. No matter how they try to make it want to be, it is not a team sport. It always goes left at the end of the day when you own a team or a trifecta or a crew or rather live or whatever. Y'all know I don't gang bang, so I don't claim nobody's crew. Okay. Child, these folks be saying the most horrible stuff to each other and then speak again. You got that right, just comfort. I don't see how they do it. It be too much. Sometimes people be going too far. Like I'm what kind of fool you gotta be to go too far with me. Of all people. And why would you even want to? That don't even sound right. I think it's weird. Child. It don't even make no sense. Why in the world would you do something like that? Like, all out of the blue because you know I'm telling the truth. That's why YouTuber in high school. Child, I'm trying to figure out why KRN is cool. And I don't know, Mr. Clean. That is such a mismatch for. I'm like, some people that he fool with, that he cool, he real cool with, that really bring down his stock, in my opinion. But that's the nature of the beast. These days, they love those are the type of people that's getting all the numbers. And if you want to talk about the numbers, this real So I don't know why he's so cool with her. Child, maybe because they met in Vegas or something. Child, I don't know. When this and Pizarro been running plays together in the beat, I don't know. I don't. That's a good question. I had asked myself that question. I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah, I didn't get that either. I really didn't. I really didn't get that. Child, hey Colette, that's a good question though. I like that. Ooh, child, I gotta go back and rework my title of my video, child. Mm, 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 mm. But we know people ain't like you said, they be running plays and narratives, and at the end of the day, they really don't care. But y'all, look, I'm gonna get off of here. My hour is up. Um, the beefing sector has gotten weak. That's right. That's right. And you can tell by the company is keeping how weak it's gotten too. Jill said I like this too. I don't something. Being cool with her. But yeah, honey, let me get off here. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Please hit I didn't keep saying please hit the like button. Child, I probably just got about 10 likes. Okay. But anyway, please hit the like button and share your video on After Door, child. Jill said I like this too. I don't see nothing wrong with KRN Bitcoin. I mean, oh yeah, I mean technically, yeah. It's just some people be thinking about things about the optics. It's all we know is about the optics. That's all. That's the only reason why some people wondering why. Because some people feel like they're opposites, but if you really think about it, not really. You know what I mean? Not really. So yeah, yeah. You have a good day too, Tanya. But like I said, y'all, I'm gonna get off here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please hit the like button on your way out the door, chat. Please share the video. I completely forgot to say that, but honey, I was so deep. I was so I had to get on here and talk about Jay Wilson. Chat. I was getting a good look kiki out of him. I was like, Lord, he didn't even make it 24 hours, y'all. Hence my thumbnail, child. Y'all see that thumbnail with that big old clock on it? It's because he didn't make it 24 hours. You have a great day too, Jill. Thank you, girl. And so I guess I see some of y'all in these streets, child. Y'all be safe. Thanks for was it Angie that let me know it was Wednesday and not Tuesday? I don't know why I thought it was Tuesday. Y'all. I was like, oh my God. Child, mm-mm. But child, we gotta stay tuned. I'm sure it'll be another fun field day. But anyway, I gotta go. You guys be safe out there. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I love you guys in the way that Christ loves you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye bye. Peace.